So we started last session with the the most Gurren Lagann scene that ever existed, as Auntie Brithunia shows up in this giant mech that she built with drills and all, and finds us outside of town, being Zane, Buck, Seymour, and Princess Mayuri. We catch her up to speed on what's going on, and Zane agrees to listen to us as he takes Princess Mayuri to New Spectria Tech. Buck, Sledge, or not correction, Buck, Seymour, and Brithunia begin to tunnel our way to the castle to save our friends. In a very long torture scene that comes to fruition in this moment, Sledge is forced to eat a piece of dragon flesh from the lab. Bobby Joe is cursed with nightmares in conjunction with her narcolepsy, and Desto begins getting his head shaved as we arrive. A battle goes down, and we hold off the guards and begin to take over this area of the prison. Our party members are freed as we knock down and almost out the advisor from the castle, Lacrum. Right? Lacrum?
Lacarum. Or Lacarum.
And then Lacarum. I apologize, Lacarum. There is, and I'm not sure if I got this perfectly in there, but Sledge might have been able to throw up the dragon flesh.
He did.
Sure did.
I don't know if there will still be any effects or not in the future, but he may be safe. As we escape back to the underground lab of New Spectria Tech, we start to catch everybody up on the situations going down and have a short reprieve as we discuss what our next plan is. Seymour says some very blunt words about the situation in front of Princess Mayuri, at which point she knows and understands that Seymour sees her as a bargaining chip, and that her life is on the line because her older sister Avalaria has killed the middle child, Rotona, through hiring means. She understands and decides that she doesn't want to be the face of a revolution, but has a lot to think about and would like to at least stay safe, and is willing to come with us because at least she feels that she knows that she is safe enough for the time being. Sledge's aunt tells us that it might be best for us to head towards their home of the Dwarven lands. And we begin to make our way to this giant lobster-like aquatic vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
As at the very last moment we feel this earthquaking level of power around us as the walls crumble down and out pops a large titan of sorts. And I believe the next words are going to be, I need everybody to roll initiative.
You would be correct. I think the last thing that was said by the party was by Buck saying, "Oh goody, another fight."
Yes.
But yeah, if everybody could roll initiative for me.
Last detail worth mentioning is Desto was able to steal the weapon off of Lacarum.
Yes.
That's true.
I want that to be known.
That is acknowledged and known.
That is, but we left everything else of their possessions behind.
Yes.
So also not great there.
All right, so here's your owlbear handout for the evening.
Oh, we got owlbear today?
We do have owlbear today. Feel free to hop on in and let me know what your initiative is. I'm rolling for my end.
Excuse me.
Thank you for your contribution,
Goodness.
AJ.
Peace.
Why
Compliment to the chef.
Ooh, I just
Thank
saw.
you, Chef.
Mine says it's waiting for you to accept the request.
Okay. Let's see. Yes.
I don't know why.
Yes.
Fuck.
Red Dragon is in the lobby. Oh god, there's 3 of us with the the light blue. Let me see if I can.
Okay, y'all can change colors if you need to.
I'll change mine.
All right. What do we got? Anybody over 20?
I still haven't rolled it.
Sorry, I haven't rolled yet.
You're good.
My bad.
The
I
grid
suck.
is giving an aneurysm.
Okay.
What is giving you an aneurysm?
The grid.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
How dare you?
I can play around with it and see if it can be less disgusting.
Disgusting.
All right. Anybody over 25 or anybody over 20? Excuse me.
Nope.
All right. 15 to 20. Okay. 15 to 10.
I got
10.
12.
10.
Wow, Seymour, look at you.
Okay. So hold
Big
on.
boy.
I've got Buck. You're at a 10.
Yep.
Bobby Joe, what are you?
13.
13. Desto, you're a 12.
12.
Seymour, you're a 10.
Correct.
Okay, so we got Bobby Joe, then Desto, and then I believe
Buck, what's
that
your
would
dex?
be- yeah.
Oh, my dex is a 14, I think.
He would go first then, because I have a 10.
Okay.
Yes. 14.
And then Sledge, what are you?
9.
Okay.
Okay. So wait,
I-
Seymour, you're going before Buck?
No, Buck would go before Seymour.
Buck's before Seymour.
He had higher
Dex. Okay.
dex. Unless there's something he wants me to do beforehand that I'm willing to flip-flop in the right scenario.
Sure.
Um,
All right. As we get started, you see the Titan burst through the wall.
oh god. That is terrifying.
Oh
That one
no.
doesn't stop. As you see another burst through the
No.
wall.
No.
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 Die!
And then a
And the
third.
room. Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die right here.
I forgot. Did we have any
Y'all took a short rest.
Oh, okay, you know, we're good. But not long rest.
I took a short rest. Bully for you.
Give me a sec.
So, Bobby Joe, we go to you first. What would you like to do for your turn?
Away, because.
All right, AJ, pull it together, man.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I'll start moving that way.
Fuck, I don't. I'm too far away to do anything, I think. I don't know, gang. What do we want to do?
I don't think you're too far away to do anything. I think you've got the you of anybody has the range here to do something.
Well, isn't it like a certain? Oh, I guess I do. Okay, but I don't have any of my weapons though.
You,
Do
you
I?
do not.
So I'm.
Oh,
DM. Yeah, DM.
Unless you want to let.
No, didn't we got basic stuff, right? From
Would you say
my
that she
aunt?
got basic pistols back?
You know, that would make all of our lives a lot easier, but I do feel like I have to be true to the story here that y'all did not grab anything. So,
No.
Ayla, you can go digging through
She
your
gave it to us.
party
She
members'
gave us basic
pockets,
stuff.
but
No. No, but
I thought
what's
she
her
gave
face
us
did
basic
outfit
stuff.
us with
She said you guys
basic
got
stuff.
like your standard
Yeah.
like like armor and like basic swords and weapons. There was a box of stuff that she
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
on
Okay.
Bruthunia.
All right.
She did.
It was said that like they got basic armor and weapons,
Yes.
but I know that you've stressed how rare guns are in this world, so it's like bow and arrow
Basic
time.
pistols. We've got basic pistols.
Okay.
Okay. Well, how far do basic pistols go?
I believe those were
It's 120 with her
2060,
sharpshooter feet.
right? No, those
I
were
believe it's
120. Those were 120.
I think it.
Yeah, my new Ammolia pistols are 120. It says.
Yep. So run
I
with
think.
that.
You just don't get all the bonuses to them.
Okay.
So
I
it'll,
can still do that. But I have 2, or do I have 1?
We'll give you 2.
honestly,
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna aim at number 1, and we'll just go in order
Okay.
and start blasting.
All right. Start rolling attack.
How do I roll this?
What
do you want me to roll? Because I don't have that added to my inventory because
Sure.
I'm dumb and I forgot.
No, you're good. I will work on adding that to your inventory. For right now, roll a d20, and I'll start doing the math on my end to make that work.
Okay.
Kayla, that thing you sent might be my favorite thing ever.
You're welcome.
It might be my favorite thing I've ever seen in my life. It's in the messenger thing, guys, for the record. It's the greatest thing ever.
Man, this sucks.
I was waiting for Brent to see it.
Where'd my phone go?
I think you will just. Oh no, you'll just. Kayla, use the new Ammolia pistol straight up.
Straight up. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Whew. Oh, I'm keeping this.
Okay. 21.
21.
Are you looking at it now too?
I am. 21 does hit.
Bet. Damage. 12.
12 points of damage. You got it.
Hela, did you make this like right now?
Yes.
That's
Well, AI made it.
Yes. I gave it the instruction.
Yeah, correct.
don't care. That's still what.
Okay, I can fire twice, right? Or is that different
can
because I
fire
only have
twice.
basic weapons? Okay. 24
24 also hits.
and 10 damage.
Alright, so 21 points of damage total. This
He
thing-
technically would shoot 3 times, right?
But I can't because I don't have any bonus actions, do I?
Doesn't matter. You
No,
have
you have bonus
you have
actions.
multi-attack times 3.
Yeah,
You have
Oh,
multi-attack times 3 plus
Also
bonus
that.
action, so you should be shooting 4.
you still have all your features and abilities. You
Yeah.
just don't have the weapons.
But you
I
kinda
don't
do.
know what I'm doing.
Kayla, the only thing that you need to know is that you do not have your Rifle of Divine Smite. Other than that, you are playing standard.
That's the one I need.
Well, I can't make it too easy for you.
Okay, I'm gonna fire at him again then.
I mean, you could.
Ooh, I got an 11. Does that one hit?
An 11 does not hit.
Boo! Bobby Joe starts crying because she's exhausted.
Sure. I think you've got one more shot, right? Because we said 4 total.
Okay, so one more. While still crying.
Uh-huh. You said 28.
Yes!
That'll hit.
With 8 damage.
8
I just
damage.
picture Lathander like pushing the barrel ever so slightly as you're crying and shooting. He's like, over this way, over this
It's-
way.
It's the Wesley Snipes gif.
Yeah. I wipe my tears with the gun still in my hand. But...
All right. You fire off 3 shots at this Titan-looking creature that's burst through the wall of this underground lab or underground workshop, and it looks like it hurts, but this thing still is hardy, still has plenty of fight left in it. We are going to go, unless you would like to take movement, in which case go ahead and do so kind of in the background. You've got 30 feet of movement to your discretion, and we are going to move right along to Desto.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay right where I'm at until my team starts to move, though.
Where is this thing that's in the middle? Is that the lobster?
That is the lobster.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know it's
It does not look like a lobster. This is the best
It's
we
unbelievable.
could do.
Just kidding. What was 3 the one that you hit, Kayla?
She shot.
No,
at
I hit number 1.
At 1? Okay. So I'm assuming we got base equipment. I'm assuming that I have a longbow, right?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to start moving to the lobster. I'm assuming I can probably 20, 25, 30. I think I have 40, don't I? Oh, I have 60. What am I talking about? Yeah. So I'm going to start moving up to the lobster, and I'm going to shoot at 1.
Okay. Not to be a dick here, but if you're behind the lobster, how do you do not have line of sight on 1?
Well, then I'll shoot before I
Okay.
move up then. Yeah, I'm going to shoot twice before I move up on 1 then.
All right.
Give me just a second. Sorry, there's a specific thing I'm looking for.
Understood. Just know that Buck, you
Oh,
will be
here it
on
is.
deck.
Okay. Okay. That's gonna be a miss on the first one,
You sure?
unless a 12 hits.
A 12 does not hit.
Okay. And then the next one should hit. That's 23.
23 will hit.
That's 4. That's for 9 damage, and then I'm going to spend 1 key point to do key fueled attack,
Okay.
so I can do 1 more attack.
Yeah, go for it.
And that's another 23 to hit,
Okay.
and that's for 17 points of damage.
Okay. 9 plus 13.
Actually, my bad, 13.
9 plus 13, 22 points of damage. Got it. Alright, so we are cooking on 51 points of damage to that guy so far. He's looking hurt, but still kicking.
And then I'm going to move up to the lobster. I mean, I want to start getting in.
Sure.
I don't know if I'm able to do that on my turn, but
I will say that you can get on the lobster. As far as opening hatches to get inside, that would be an action on your next turn.
okay. And in that case, I'll kind of be like, I want to be behind it so that I have
little
not
bit of
cover,
cover.
because I know we don't use cover, but you know what I mean.
Yep, I gotcha. All right, I don't know what's going on with this music because this is not vibes.
I was gonna say that means that something hopeful happens,
Yeah,
right?
no. All right, so that is your turn, Desto. But Buck, before you get to go, it is going to be the Titans' turns.
No.
Yep. So, Titan 1 moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, crawling on top of the lobster. 5, 10, 15.
He can't see me though.
And that's because...
I'm invisible.
All right, cool. 5, 10, 15, 20,
I'm hidden.
30. Tell you what, we'll roll a perception check for this guy. All right, an 8 on the dice is not going to do it. So, all 3 of them are going to bypass Desto and move another 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Attack of opportunity. With the lance.
Sure, yeah, go for it.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I don't care. We're gonna die anyway.
Again.
Come on, baby. Give me a good roll here. We need this.
Uh-huh, go for it.
A 17.
17 will hit.
Yes!
Yes!
Oh, let's go. All right. I have a question to ask you,
Okay.
but you might get mad at me, so I hope you don't get mad at me.
I'm used to that at this point. Go ahead.
I asked you for the stats of the lance.
Yes.
You sent me that it does 1d6 plus 5. A lance on D&D Beyond does 1d10. Is it a 1d6 or is it a 1d10?
Hold on 1 second.
Feel free to tell me it's a 1d10.
Sure.
I mean 1d6.
Feel free to tell me that it's better than you told me.
I prefer for it to be better.
Sure. I
If
got
not,
you.
I just...
This break in stats is brought to you by DM bullying. Is your DM bullying you? Has he stolen your equipment, shaved you bald, and prevented you from getting a long rest?
Yes.
Then you may be entitled to compensation.
From who?
Have you been tortured by your DM or an NPC?
So, I told you that this was 1d6 plus 5. That's it?
Yes. Yes. Well, plus the necrotic stuff.
Okay. That's where this balances out. So you were going to get the additional
Okay.
product, but
I
it's
got
going to
you.
stay at 1d6.
That's perfectly understandable. I had to ask.
Had to.
Okay.
Get
So
it.
Had to.
6 piercing damage total.
Okay. Oof.
Yep. I know. You didn't have to do the oof, but okay.
How much necrotic?
All right. Now we're cooking.
Yeah.
25 necrotic damage.
Okay. 31 points of damage total. That brings our total damage on the Titan 1 to 82 points of damage. I think he is sufficiently looking bloody at this point.
Help me.
However, would you say
I just
that it's-
picture him crawling over and then me just like stabbing him in the like back of the
Absolutely.
thigh.
You like get his Achilles heel, he roars back. Now,
Then he
Jimmy,
turns around and I'm like, oh fuck.
would you say that it is fair that stabbing Titan 1 has revealed your position to Titan 2?
Sure.
Okay.
I guess. Maybe he just thinks he tripped, Tyler. Did you think about that? Maybe he goes, oh, maybe he
Wait a
tripped.
second. No, I
Maybe he
moved
tripped
Titan
on the
2
claws
already.
of the lobster.
I moved
You
Titan
moved him
2
Yeah,
already.
Tyler.
So he is going to take his dash action to get in range of Desto, but is not going to be able to attack Desto. So, you guys are basically getting a free round to try and wear these guys down. So, with that, Buck, it is now your turn.
Fantastic. So
see where you're at
the
now.
grid makes it a little difficult to see, but are we? Is this flat? Are we like up above them? Like how are we like in terms of positioning? Because it looks like there's like tiers,
Like we're in a thing.
like we're in like a quarry or a thing. Like so, where it's
you
like
guys
we're
are
kind of up
in
at the
an
top.
underground cave. It is a bit confusing, and I apologize for that. I guess I'm envisioning it as though it is rungs lower into the earth, and the only reason that Desto did not have line of sight out of like the height differential because of the high ground is because of the lobster in the way, which is about probably 10 feet tall on its own.
Okay, so basically 3 and 1 are on the same level.
Correct.
Is that right? Okay.
3 and 1 are on the same level. 2 is technically like 5 to 10 feet lower. We'll say 10 feet lower. But, well, and for y'all's purposes, is on top of the lobster. So all 3 of them are at the same level.
Okay. So, in a hypothetical scenario where I were to jump down and be in between 1 and 3, I would be like even with them, right?
Correct.
And 2 technically.
Technically, yes, depending on whatever radius we're talking about here. Yes, you would be even with them.
Would you say that if in a hypothetical scenario someone were to have a 15-foot range with a weapon, if I were to get,
that you're picking like this spot here.
Yeah, probably there.
You're landing on a catwalk. You've got the range to strike at either of them, and just barely swipe out at 2. Yeah, I would. Give you that.
Great. So then, dearest DM, light of my life. I am first tiredly raging. It's still a rage. It's still a full rage. It's just a little.
Same effects.
It's the I haven't slept in a while, like baby rage.
Yes, and so, but in this rage, there is a moment where time almost seems to slow just a little bit for Buck, as he feels a little bit faster. In fact, he feels super fast. That maybe he can move a little bit farther than normal, and that he can dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge away from enemies so they don't hit him. So DM, from a mechanics perspective,
yes, sir.
My movement increases by 10 feet, and I do not provoke opportunity attacks.
Great, that's fine.
You don't get to say anything, Tyler.
All right.
You don't get to be mad about that.
Sure.
And also because I am raging, I now get to move half of my movement as a part of my rage.
Sure.
So, I would like to then move to the position where we said that I would be.
Yep.
So here.
Yep.
And how is 1 looking? 1's the one that's been attacked,
1 is
right?
bloodied.
Okay.
1 is, I believe,
you know what,
our
then?
color coding scale is in yellow.
Okay. So I'm going to make 2 attacks. 1 will be against 1, and then the second one will be against 3.
Okay, go for it.
So are we in our mechs? Are we not in our mechs? I don't remember.
You are not in your mechs. You left the mechs behind. So
great.
I will say that if you would like to call the mechs, you are able to do so through Brethuni, and she can call 1 mech on her turn, which does give you stone golem stats. If that's something that you would like to do, otherwise you're on your own. I figured the short rest gave you guys enough.
Buck is better than a stone golem. So I will make my first attack against 1.
Called shot there.
Both
Love
of
it.
these are going to be reckless.
Okay.
First attack is a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. Need to find a D10. It's not a D10. That's a D10. Okay. That is 14 slashing damage,
Okay. Any extra damage?
and these. No.
Okay. Okay, got it.
And-
You're specifying type. Appreciate that.
Yep. And then the second one is going to be on 3,
Yes.
and I will tell you what happens after that.
Okay.
That is another 23 to hit.
23 will hit. So what
Okay.
happens?
That is the exact same. So
14
he
damage.
also will take 14 points of damage. Because he is the last creature that I hit while I am raging, he is now under the effect of my ancestral guardians. So he will make disadvantage against all attacks against my allies that are not me. And if he does hit them,
Uh-huh.
they will have resistance to all of that damage.
Okay. Gotcha. Please keep that in mind for me. I'm gonna do my best to remember that as we're going along. But just...
No, that's perfectly fair. I am telling everyone else as well. You have resistance against 3s, like everything. So, but he does not know this. 3 does not know this.
well, how intelligent is 3? Do you think?
What is it?
That's a great question.
Well, as I'm now hitting this thing, my newly analytical mind is staring at these creatures. What can I glean?
You know what? Fuck it.
Ve-
Why
very
don't
quickly.
You give me either a history or arcana. Well, I guess just flat intelligence check, because I doubt any of them have a proficiency. Am I wrong?
No, but you know what? That's a dirty 20, Tyler.
All right,
It's a
dirty
filthy 20.
Cool. You see this Titan burst out of the wall, and you are able to recognize fiendish features on this creature. It is part of this devil sort of outbreak on New Spectria. You don't know from where. Perhaps the headband, perhaps from studies way back at Synesthesia College. You know that this creature is a devourer.
Oh.
And you remember one other thing about this, other than the name Devourer, which can lead you to some certain assumptions of what this creature is capable of. This is one of Orcus's most prized soldiers.
Fuck.
So,
Kill him.
as a reminder, because it's been a long time since we've even touched on that name, Orcus is the demon/devil with whom Desto has a history of interaction.
Oh my
And
god.
may or may not be responsible for the turning of Kikri. So, with that out in the open, Buck, do you have anything else for me on your turn?
I would like to shout to the party, these things are fiendish in origin. Be careful, they devour things. Trying not to metagame, DM.
No, you're good. Appreciate it.
And that is my turn.
All right, excellent. Seymour, you're
As
up. And Sledge, you're on deck.
Alright. I don't have much, so I'll make it quick.
Okay.
If I move to this spot off to the west here, there's like a gap from here to there, does this mean that it's higher elevation or no?
That means that let's grab my little pointer tool as well. This area right here is a lower elevation. This area and this area are equal elevation. So you're essentially jumping across, we'll call it a 10-foot chasm.
It's a little further than I think I can jump easily. Okay, cool. I will back up kind of over here to the edge of the chasm. Almost ready to jump, but like just by that area.
Uh-huh.
I am going to, in an effort to help the group see that number 1 is the lowest in terms of health. Like, he's been battered, like, might as well try to get him out of the fight. I'm going to do 3 Eldritch Blasts at him. Dirty 20.
Hits.
That is a 18.
Hits.
And a 28.
All 3 hit.
Uh, 16 plus 15 is a total of 31 force damage.
Okay. 31 force damage. Got it.
And then bonus action, I am going to bardically inspire Sledge as I just kind of look at him and go, "We're underground. This is your territory now, bud. You got this." And leave it at that.
Sounds good.
Cool.
All right, Sledge, you are up next.
You have
Do
1d10 that you can add into something if you need to.
So these things that Buck just yelled to us, are they I forgot all my terminology for D&D. It's been so long.
Okay.
With some of these things. Is it like, he says fiendish. Is it a fiend? Can I tell if it's like an undead demon?
It is a fiend.
Devil.
It is it is a demon.
Okay, so it's a demon fiend. Are they the same thing? Fiend and demons?
Fiend is
Fiend is the larger classification, which there's the subcategory devils and demons. Devils are from like lawful evil, demons are chaotic evil.
Okay, so it's a demon then. It's a fiend?
Correct.
Okay, so, and I'm looking, turn undead only affects undead, right?
Yep.
Fuck.
Turn undead is not going to be helpful here, unfortunately for you.
I have this ability called turn fiend. Turn unfiend.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And
I'll have to make that one for you, unfortunately.
Cool. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I will 5, 10, 15, 20. 25. And which one is bloodied?
Bloodied one is number 1.
Oh, perfect. All right.
Bobby Joe, just a heads up, we're coming to you next.
I am going to run over there to number 1. I'm not going to do turn undead because I'm smart enough to know it will not do anything to a demon. I am going to... What level? I think the highest level I got left is a level 4. Level 4. Where are you? Why can't I find you? Spirit Guardian.
Okay.
Of good old radiant damage. This is my last level 4 that I have. So it is going to pop out 15 meters. Or 15 feet, excuse me.
Uh-huh. Which I believe grabs all 3 of them.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
And then I
have to
am
roll
going.
saves for these guys, right?
You sure do.
Okay.
Which sucks because my saves have gone down by 1 since my item got stolen.
By a
So I need
whole
wisdom.
one?
Yeah, by a whole 1, which means a lot. 16 and 17 is huge.
All right, so it's a DC 16 wisdom save.
Yep.
All right. So rolling for number 1. That's a 3
Oh,
on
I guess
the
I gotta
dice,
do. That's not good.
which means he doesn't make it. Rolling for number 2. It's an 18, means he does succeed. And rolling for number 3. That is a 7, so he also fails.
7. So I'm just gonna. I can't find D8. So give me a second.
You're good. So
Ah,
1 and
and-
3 failed, 2 succeeded.
And Spirit Guardians 4D8. That is gonna be 15 radiant damage,
Okay.
or 8 for the one that saved.
That's 29. That's. All right, you have taken
And
number
then-
1 to the orange zone,
Okay.
which we said
And,
is 25% or less. Red being 10% or less.
Cool.
So
I am-
2 takes 8 points of damage. Got it. Great. Sorry. What are you doing next?
You are fine. I'm going to use for a bonus action. I'm then going to use Giant Smite. So I'm going to become large.
Okay.
I have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, and I will deal an extra 1d6 damage to a target on a hit for any attack with a weapon or unarmed strike.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then
Uh
I will action surge
huh.
and whack this guy on the head.
Whack number 1 on the head. Okay, cool.
Whack number 1 on the head. So give me a second. I have standard.
Yeah, while you're doing that,
Non-natural.
painting the picture, Sledge runs forward, or toddles forward rather, around number 3. I actually like the visual of you running through number 3's legs.
Yeah.
As it straddles the catwalk, you run past Buck. You do so, your spirit guardians whirl around you, creating this 15-foot circle of radiant spectral dwarven energy as all of these mechanics and blacksmiths of the dwarven forge attack these 3 titans, allowing you to grow in size as you then bring your hammer forward on number 1. And
I'm going to roll this. It is going to, or I shouldn't. I'm not going to hit. I should have rolled. I have the D20 right here. I don't know why I rolled it digitally on that one. Sorry.
Wait,
You got
wait.
inspiration.
Add your inspiration.
I do.
A
There's
D10.
There's a D10. Where are you?
Add it to it.
D10. That's a 7. So 17.
17 does hit.
Let's go.
Don't say I never did nothing for you.
Yeah, if this is underground, I have the advantage. I don't have a D8. What an idiot. I'm going to. I got a couple rolls to do, so sorry.
You're
So
good.
that is going to be 10
Okay.
bludgeoning damage,
All
and
right.
then it is going to be the. A D6. So 10. It's gonna be a D6. An extra 2, so 12. And then it's gonna be blessed strikes, a D8. I don't have a D8 with me. I don't know why. Yeah, 8. And then an additional 8 fire damage, so 20 overall.
20 total damage. Great.
Or radiant
Uh,
damage, excuse me.
That puts him in the red.
Cool. Does he take extra radiant damage or no?
He does not take extra radiant damage. Good
You
question, but
dick.
he does not.
All right, I think that is it.
Okay. Berthuni is going to yell out to y'all, the entire party. All right, what can I do to help?
Where is Berthuni?
Berthuni is the clenched fist, right
Okay.
by the catwalk and closest to number 3.
Hit
something.
Get the fucking robots.
Keep yourself alive. You're the only one that'll get us out of here.
3 completely different things to do.
All right,
And
You
I
can call
love
the
it.
robot and keep yourself alive, but
I will roll that all into as cohesive a strategy as I can. You are going to see her rush to the terminal. We're going to say that's this thing here. And she will program for one of the mech suits to join us. And who was it that called for the mech? Desto, you called for the mech, right?
Yes.
Roll a d20 for me.
$18.
Cool. So that's going to come very quickly. She is also then going to pull a lever on that same computing station, and 3 chains are going to drop down from the ceiling and thwack number 1 as she attempts to use the workshop and the environment against them, and we're gonna say that has. Where did it go?
Dude, Berthuni rips, man.
All right, so let's roll damage. It's gonna be plus 4, and then 6. Oof. All right. It is not enough to kill number 1, but number 1 looks on death's door. You think that one more good hit will take number 1 out. And because she was commanded to stay alive, she is then going to take another 5, 10, 15, 20 feet of movement back here and try and separate herself from the fray as much as possible. With that, getting through a full round of combat, things are happening. I think this is a good spot to take a 5-minute break in case anybody wants another drink or bathroom break or whatever, and we will come back and continue the combat. Kayla, you're on deck.
Hell yeah.
Bird.
Jimmy,
Yo.
what's up, man? You hyped about Aaron Rodgers? Because I am. MVP season coming.
I'm actually more excited than I thought I would be.
Yeah, good, dude. I love Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers, man. I'm glad. I think my favorite thing so far is I haven't seen any weird shit come out in the media about him. So like maybe he's actually
Yeah.
focused on playing football. So
It seems like he is. We'll see. We'll see
I mean,
once
I
the
love
season
it.
starts.
I love the connection he'll have with what's his face.
DK? Yeah, he loves DK.
DK. I really like DK a lot.
I do too.
I really did, and I'm someone that does not like Seattle, so I really liked him. What other receivers you got?
Calvin Austin. We just got Robert Woods, which I like him. He's always been solid. He's not
tight
like
end.
special or anything.
Tight end.
Then we still have Fryermuth and Darnell
Okay.
Washington. Both of them are
Right.
good. And then we also have Roman Wilson, the guy from Michigan. He didn't
Alright.
play at all last year.
What do we
He's
got
been
for-
looking really good in minicamp.
And who do we got for running backs?
Jalen Warren and Caleb Johnson, who I really like.
Yeah, nice, dude. TJ Watt gonna freaking come back or what?
I think so.
Better, but
It's just a matter of time.
Hopefully that defense can come together, be like they used to.
Honestly, though, if they don't pay him, I kind of understand.
I understand. At the same time, I love TJ Watt. He's a great player.
I love TJ Watt. He's one of my favorite Steelers of all time. But
No, he's good. Who is your, before I run and get a drink and Tyler yells at me, who's your favorite Steeler of all time?
of all,
Of all time.
man, that's so hard. Probably James Harrison.
Bro, I was good.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. He would be Hall of Fame, no questions asked, if he was a different era where he didn't get penalized for just big hits.
And after
Big-
that,
Legal hits. I want to say legal hits. They were legal hits that were just too devastating.
probably Hines Ward.
Hines Ward, solid. I think I'd have to go Bettis.
Nah, I'd go Palomalu before Bettis.
Oh, yeah, Palomalo. I do love Palomalo.
And
Yeah.
I loved watching Ryan Clark play. He's
Ryan
kind of
Clark.
a douchebag. He's kind of a douchebag now, but I loved watching him play. He was so fun to watch, dude.
Yep.
He gets no credit because he played with Troy Polamalu.
That's why he gets overshadowed so much by Troy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I come back and everybody leaves. I like our chances actually in this.
Which is wild because to metagame now that we're not playing, these are CR13 creatures. And
Well,
so
we're like level 13, right?
right, but 3 of them is nuts. After
Yeah.
like the end of like a whole day's worth of combat, like not having any of our weapons and our equipment and stuff, like no, this is wild. In a good way, and we still got this. It's still just it's crazy.
Yeah, the
Isn't one creature's CR rating supposed to indicate like them fighting a party?
yes.
Something like that.
A party of level 13.
Yep.
No. It's like an experience ratio thing. So it's like it would be like if it was like a CR13, it would be like deadly for like 4 level 7s, but for 4 level 8s, it's like just like regular. It's like a level to experience ratio. I remember looking up math on it one time, and it like tried to do that. I will say this though, like I feel like we're not in a bad spot, and I think it's literally because Tyler gave us that short rest. Because if he did not, this would be a whole different ball game.
I'd already be dead again.
Did you get hit yet?
No, I would have just died.
You just a breeze.
I was at 1 hit point, so.
Not to metagame. But I heard you saying, Taz, that we're in a good spot.
Like we're in a decent spot. Like I'm like actually us having a full round while they ran at us really improved our situation because one of these guys is most likely going down in this round.
Yeah.
And I think that's when we just turn and keep focus firing.
Remember, so I don't know the specifics. I don't know numbers. I don't know actually anything besides I know that keep it away from the auntie because I know it does something. Because remember that this is we saw one of these in Sarah with Talisman's wife, I believe.
I know that there's something mechanically about it that I haven't linked about,
I forgot what
But-
it is, but it's not good. Just like look at the picture. It's not good. Don't let it on.
That's fair. That's why I said to her, like, do what you can to stay alive. Like,
Mm-hmm.
A, you are the only one that knows how to pilot this thing, and B, like, there's no reason you should be dying because of us.
I mean, speak for yourself. Save your nephew. Save your nephew, Auntie. Save me.
Sacrifice yourself.
I will sacrifice myself. Don't you worry. What if
I was
this?
talking
What if,
about her, but okay.
no. What if we end up dying and then Bobby Joe wakes up and this was all a dream from her?
Imagine. That would be
She's still inside the book.
We're all getting like eaten by these things, and all of a sudden you wake up and you're still in the torture chamber. And what's his face is like, get fucked. And then you look over.
That would be
and
some
Sledge-
shit that Tyler would do.
And Sledge has no beard. He was the one that actually got chosen to get shaved.
Oh, thank God.
I think we're good too, Taz. I don't know obviously how hard these things hit, but I mean, they're about to be 33% down in fighting capability. So, from a percentage perspective, it's looking good.
That's exactly what I was thinking, is like us getting a full round of just being able to attack them. Not necessarily like a full-on surprise attack, but like before they could close the distance on us. That was honestly like a big lifesaver. So mechanically, like, our action efficiency will improve the moment we get one of them down by just focusing fire. So we have a chance.
And Buck's
It's ugly,
ability
we
is
have a
making.
All right, so let's get back to
You are
figuring out
still
how-
muted, DM.
Good.
Thank you for that. Appreciate it. I'm fine. Let's get back to figuring out how much of a chance y'all have. It is Bobby Joe's turn. However, before Bobby Joe goes,
The mech.
the mech rockets
Wow.
in from off screen down the hall, just full on jet propulsion blasters. I'm gonna work on coming up with an icon for that, but the mech is able to rocket in.
Great.
Um,
That's great.
Desto can't help but feel that he had something to do with the mech coming in
Desto
quickly.
definitely did have something to do with it. I'm gonna put the mech right about. We'll put it here. Does that seem fair? Is this
On
spot
top of
for
me?
it? Not on top of you. I'm gonna put it here. And then I will say,
On top of me, shielding me.
in order for the mech to move, I'm gonna say it's on the battlefield now, and I will go ahead and tell you what, we're gonna go ahead and give it one attack against number 1,
Beautiful.
and then after
Mr.
that,
Crab. He was
anything
number
that
one.
the mech does will either need to be programmed, which will take somebody's full turn in order to do, or if you hop in the mech, then you're able to do the actions. So let's go ahead and roll an attack for the mech. Okay. On a 15 to hit, the mech will just barely miss number 1. The Titan ducks down as the mech rockets overhead, bounces off of the underground wall, and finds its resting place. As we see it on the map, we'll put it right. Well, if it's bouncing off, we'll put it here. Does that sound fine to everybody?
That worked.
Damn, it bounced far.
Well, it doesn't want to crash into it. So we're gonna leave the mech there. Y'all know where the programming station is. If somebody wants to jump into the mech, that's also a way to use its actions. And then otherwise, it is now Bobby Joe's turn.
Bet. I heard that number one was in the red zone, so I'm gonna fire at him.
Yeah, go ahead and give me one attack at a time, just in case one attack is able to do it.
28 for the first roll.
20 hits.
11 damage.
All right, that will be. Is that? No. All right.
Damn it!
Number one is barely hanging on. You fire a shot at its head. It is falling to the ground, but still has just that little sliver of undeath, a little bit of fiendish life within it. Give me one more attack.
Dude, I want Bobby Joe to like rage in her version because obviously she can't rage, but she's pissed off, tired, and what do people do when they're tired? They throw fits. And then I'm gonna fire again.
Okay.
And 13.
13's gonna miss.
Son of a bitch! I'm gonna fire again. No. I'm gonna fire again. Roll. 21.
21 will hit.
That.
Go.
7 damage.
7 damage is enough to bring number one down. That is one devourer, one titan gone.
Thank God.
And you
then
got one more attack, right?
Yes, I'm gonna fire at number 3.
All right.
15?
A 15?
Yeah.
15 is not going to hit.
Aim.
Aim.
All right. Are you taking any movement on your turn?
Yes, I am gonna move this time. I would like to where my mouse go. Mouse? Okay, there. Do each one of these count as like what, 5 feet or something?
Yes, 5 feet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move. Is it safe to say I can climb up or no?
You'll be climbing down, but yes, you are able to do that.
No, sorry, my bad.
You're good. It looks like up. This is the map we're working with.
I would like to get closer to where Buck and Sledge are.
Okay. Sounds good.
Tyler, is this right here the mech suit?
That is the mech suit,
Yes.
correct.
Okay.
I will make that bigger for y'all.
I was gonna say I've got something. If like a.
What do you mean you've got something?
Like I made a little token that looks more like a mech suit.
Oh, all right. Yeah, go for it.
Hell yeah.
Fuck me and my tokens then.
For those playing at home, this is BT, one of the protagonists from Titanfall 2.
One of
Like it's gotta be Titanfall.
One of the greatest games ever
Underrated
made.
game.
I will die on that hill.
After
I cried.
the
Titanfall's awesome.
entire setup about it being a Gurren Lagann moment, you're gonna take Titanfall as your
What an upgrade.
All right,
I finished that,
disinspiration
Tyler.
for you. Disinspiration.
Oh
for you.
shit!
Fuck you, AJ. All right, we're moving on. Desto, it's your turn.
Okay.
How dare you?
Got some options here. A couple of options here. Trying to decide what I'm gonna do.
You're good. Just as a note, it will be the Devourers next, but then after that, Buck, it'll be your turn.
Cool.
Brent, I heard their Titanfall 3 is in development, so let's go.
See, and I heard they canceled it, so I hope that that's the report I heard
the latest one I heard was it was back up, and they're serious about it because I heard the original one was canceled in order to do Apex Legends because that's like in the same universe.
Yep.
Because I got to make money on that battle royale fad.
Sure.
All right.
What you got for me, Desto?
Desto.
I am. I'm gonna move around this way.
Okay. Not provoking an attack
And
of
I'm going-
opportunity.
Correct. And I'm going to make 2 attacks on the golem. I mean, on the devourer.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 26 to hit
26 hits.
and a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits. Gosh, y'all seem
First
to be
one
doing
is 8.
very well against
8
these,
piercing
don't you?
damage. I don't like the way you just said that.
Mhm.
That's going to be 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
Uh, 8 piercing damage and 16 necrotic on the first one.
Okay.
Second one is 9 piercing damage. And 20 necrotic damage.
Ooh, baby.
Okay. Do some quick math here.
Oh, and I want him to make a con save
You do you?
because I'm going to use Stunning Strike.
Okay.
I do.
Purple dice or blue dice?
Blue dice.
Okay. He's gonna add, 22.
Fuck you. Okay. All right. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna have him make another one.
Okay.
I'm gonna do 2.
All right. Do you want the same dice or purple dice?
Same dice.
Okay. Nope. That wasn't in the dice box. It doesn't count. That is a 15.
Yes. It's a 16. Yes. Let's go. Okay. All right.
So this devourer is stunned.
Yes.
And
In that case,
number 3 has disadvantage on all attacks against everybody except Buck, and everybody except Buck has resistance to number 3's damage.
Correct.
so so when they're stunned, I get advantage right on attacks.
That is correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
In that
As our-
case,
Our chances went up.
I'm gonna spend another key point to do Fury of Blows.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make 2 unarmed strikes on him.
Go ahead.
Oh,
hit me with
advantage.
those.
Thank God. 18 to hit. The first one.
18 to hit. Okay, that'll hit.
Okay. Second one. That one hits as well.
Okay.
Come on. That's 9 damage on the first one, and 7 damage on the second one. So 16 more points of damage.
Okay. Sounds good, boss.
And I will just kind of say what I'm going to do for the rest of the party. I am preparing on hopping in the mech on my next turn.
Which one?
The one that's next to me. Holy shit.
There's-
There's 2. The Titanfall one.
Interesting. So someone is playing for the inspiration, and someone's playing for disinspiration. Noted.
Let's go.
All right, cool. Desto, that sounds like it's your turn. And that will move to...
Just to be clear, I'm unable to hop in the mech right now, correct? It'll be on my next turn, right?
Because you've used your action, bonus action.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember if we allowed movement to let you hop in.
I think we might have, but
I think we did
I could be
too.
wrong. Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you have it. You were able to hop
All
into the mech.
Right before I hop in, I'm just gonna turn to the guy while he's stunned and just like give him double birds.
Excellent. So you double
Give him the
bird
DX,
this
suck it.
stunned, just like frozen in place Titan Devourer. And because it's already on the map and numbered, you know that I had this at the start of things. This is not punitive. However, there is a rumbling as a particularly stupid looking Titan busts out of the wall.
Particularly stupid. Okay.
What an idiot.
His turn is just gonna be busting out of the wall. So 2 and 3 are gonna get to act.
You can act by giving a wisdom save.
That's right. I am gonna give a wisdom save for 2 and 3.
Yep.
That's an
Got
8
Larry,
and a 4 on the
Terry,
dice,
Terry.
and they don't add any. Yeah, they don't add anything to it. So both fail.
22 radiant damage.
22 radiant damage to both. Okay.
Huzzah!
Number 2 is in the yellow section,
Hell yeah.
and number 3 is looking hurt, but is still doing all right.
I believe, AJ, their movement speed is also halved.
It sure is.
Okay, so number 3, I'm going to go ahead and do number 3 first and make
Sure.
both of its attacks on Buck.
At
I
advantage.
hope he crits. I hope he
At
crits.
advantage.
I hope he
Thank
crit.
you.
At advantage because I was reckless.
All right, so that's going to be a 29 to hit
Jesus, yeah.
and a
that a crit?
24 to hit. Those are not crits.
24. 24 if it meets, it beats.
Yes, it does.
Um,
All right. 4.
I will use my reaction,
Okay.
and one of these that was supposed to hit Buck is somehow going to go through the cosmos and end up hitting number 2 with my Cloud Ruin ability. Huzzah!
All right. For my edification, talk me through a little bit of that cloud. It's a rune knight feature, right?
Once per short rest, the rune that you have inscribed, once per short rest, when you are a creature you can see within 30 feet of you is hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction to choose a different creature other than the attacker within 30 feet of you to become the target of the attack instead, using the same roll.
Wow. Okay. Good job, AJ. All right. So,
Buck. Good boy.
do you want it to be the first or the second? I'm gonna roll either way, but we're gonna pick ahead of time which set.
I was waiting for. I'm gonna use the first one. First,
Okay.
I was waiting to see if it was a crit. Because it's not a crit, it doesn't matter.
Neither.
So,
all right.
we
So,
will.
first one, we are gonna go ahead and roll damage to see what happens to number 2.
Big money, big money.
Oh, fuck you, AJ. All right, that's going to be 15, 20, 26 points of necrotic damage plus
Go.
He's gonna get you.
a total of 37 points of damage to number 2. As you activate a rune on your person, having studied the giants, and are able to create this pocket-like portal of clouds that takes the fist of this creature and creates this portal effect where it does not hit Buck, and instead the secondary portal opens up and hits number 2. You deal 37 points of damage to number 2. I believe that takes it to... Let's see. Does that take it to orange? I think it might. So, somewhere on the line of yellow and orange.
My boy is sick of necrotic damage. You gotta save him.
And now it is time to roll for what does happen to Buck. God, fuck. Alright. That is 17 points of necrotic damage.
Of just necrotic?
Of just necrotic.
God damn it.
Plus 13 points of slashing damage.
Halved! Because I'm raging, god damn it.
Yes. 13 points of slashing damage.
Wait, 13 is already halved?
No, 13 would be halved, so it's halved down to 6.
Okay. Ooh, that scared me.
And then...
Ooh, that was... I didn't like that.
I'm gonna say one of these goes off. Let's see. And then I don't think it matters which one, does it? Because of the radius. Yeah, okay. So, I need... 2, 3, 4.
While you're doing that, DM,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
going to use my reaction for my unstable backlash. So I will get to roll again on my wild magic table.
Okay.
Because I took damage.
Sounds good. And then if I could have Buck, Sledge, and Bobby Joe roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Okay.
Just try once.
Ooh, okay.
What's the, can I ask, is it like a poison condition or anything like that?
It is not a poison
charm.
condition. It is not a charm condition. It is not a spell.
Okay.
It is a magical effect
Fuck.
of this creature.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Did you hit your funny
Oh
bone?
no.
Well, I bruised a tendon in my elbow, so I just hit my elbow, and so that just... Oh!
All right, Buck,
got
what was
10.
your con save?
27.
Sledge, what was your con save?
10.
Really? Okay. Bobby
Yep.
Joe, what was your con save?
Oh shit, it was just up. Where did it go?
I might be able to pull it up.
I know there's like the
18.
game log. Thank you.
18.
I'm like, where's the game log?
Beats it beats.
Let's go!
So, I am about to roll for damage. I'm going to borrow the dice roller, so it may go through for y'all. Let's see how long it takes to go through. Oof.
48.
48 points of damage to Sledge.
Oh my god!
24 to Buck and Bobby Joe.
Oh,
What kind?
This is all necrotic damage.
How much did you say? 24?
24 for Bobby Joe, 24 for Buck, 48 for Sledge.
Nice.
As this creature roars, and you see as a aura of life-draining energy erupts from this creature in a 20-foot radius.
I'm gonna die.
Does our max HP go down anymore? If it does, I'm fucking driving to Atlanta and punching you in the face.
I mean, I do believe that's how necrotic damage works, right?
No, not actually. Not all necrotic damage.
Not necrotic by itself.
Okay, then no.
Good.
I have to make a nat 20 concentration throw, or else, yeah, I'm fucked. So, nat 20. 13.
All right,
no.
Your spirit guardians.
Wait, I have advantage, right? And it's actually not, it's half of it, right? So what is it, 48?
All right,
48 divided by
let's
2
check
is
it.
24.
24, so it's 24. So actually, 13 plus 8 is 21. Okay, I'm not as fucked as I can be. All right, cool.
Why do you have advantage on this? Not disagreeing with you, but remind me why you do.
Because War Mage or whatever the hell it's called, Warcaster.
Oh, yeah. It is half the damage you take.
And that's a net 20, so get fucked.
Nice.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Holy
So
shit.
this is where I'm going to say you get the disinspiration because of the Titanfall character.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I'm fucking with you.
Oh man.
That would have made sense because Titan will fall. No.
I'm fucking with you. No, you are able to save the throw. You feel this aura, and you're the closest to the creature this emanates from because it's coming from number 3. Or no, Buck is closer, but technically you're within this radius. You are feeling the brunt.
It's bigger.
You are bigger. You are feeling the brunt of this life-draining aura around the creature. And as you see the guardians around you almost getting sucked into this devourer, you are able to reach out of just like pure belief in God and belief in yourself and belief in your friends and pull these guardians from the brink. And they are able to fight a little bit longer.
The fires of the forge burn away the necrotic rot.
Absolutely. That is the Devourer's turn.
Dumb question,
No.
Tyler.
Yeah.
It's a dumb question because I think the rule is an attack, and this doesn't count as an attack. But because of Buck's ability, would this be resistance to this damage or no? No.
It's
Okay,
not
that's
bad.
fine. Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is just an aura.
Wait, hold on. And that was what creature was that though?
That was a Devourer.
No, which one?
Number 3.
It was the one you hit, but I don't know if it
while
constitutes.
You're checking that, number 2, I am going to say, is going to attack Desto in the mech. So we're going to use the Stone Golem stats to roll against.
I got him.
You got them up, so I'm going to roll 2 attacks here. A 12, I assume, is not going to hit. Does a 21
Correct.
hit you?
21 hits.
Okay. That is going to be 10 points of slashing damage, plus... I don't know if necrotic happens on a stone golem, but...
Slashing, I'm immune.
You're immune to slashing.
Yep.
Cool. Love that for me. So necrotic's the only thing that's going to get through. 18 points of necrotic damage to the stone golem.
18, alright.
To clarify, that is not any damage to Desto. That is just to the stone golem. All right.
Hell yeah.
That is the Devourer's turn. We now move to Buck's turn. Seymour, you're on deck.
Alrighty. So as the magic swirling around me kind of coalesces, I still feel super speedy, but it is less about my physical speed and more about my attack speed. As DM, I can make an additional attack on my turn.
Yep.
So I get 3.
Cool. Love that for me.
Or 4 technically if I attack with a bonus action. So I am going to, of 2 and 3, which looks more hurt?
Between 2 and 3, 2 definitely looks more hurt.
Okay, then I will jab out at 2 with my first hit. Reckless. Oh, yeah, that's a 20.
Wait, Tyler, 2 wasn't stunned anymore?
2 is still stunned. You are right. I am so sorry. Thank you for reminding me of that. So I would need to roll to even try and break stun, correct?
No. You're just stunned until the end of his next turn.
That's right.
Yeah.
God. If only I had played a monk before. Cool.
Right?
So 2 does fucking nothing to you. Take back
Hell
all
yeah.
the HP to yourself, Jimmy, and your golem. And Brent, carry on.
Okay, so I'm attacking 2, but I don't need to attack recklessly.
You do not. You get advantage regardless.
Oh. Okay, so that is a nat 18 for a total of 29
Yeah, that'll hit.
to hit. Ooh. 18 slashing damage.
18 slashing damage to number 2. Got it. Yeah, it's just been so long since I played my monk. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Maybe you should
Been a
stop
while.
skipping sessions.
It's been a while.
Touche. Touche.
Touche. All right.
I will then attack 2 again.
Yep.
Double 16s for 27.
Hits. You are on the cusp of the red zone.
19 slashing damage.
Okay, that puts us at
Was that reckless, Brent?
on
No,
deaths.
because it's stunned.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
You think
So-
one more hit, and you've got a dead Titan.
Third attack
Yep.
for just my attack action.
Yep.
Double 19s.
Hits.
Say bye-bye to the Titan.
Another
Titan.
18 points of slashing damage.
Second Titan falls.
Let's
Yay.
go.
Great. Then, as a bonus action, I immediately flip around and hit 3 with the butt end of my glaive.
Yep.
I will make this reckless.
Okay.
That is a 28 to hit.
That'll hit.
And this is only going to be math 11 points of bludgeoning damage, but 3 now again has disadvantage on attacks against everybody but me, and everybody is resistant to those attacks
Okay. Noted.
because he's the last creature I hit while raging. So
All right. Cool. That will then jump to Seymour.
All right, well, I'll make it easy. I'm just going to go ahead and shoot 3 bolts at number 3.
Sounds good.
Not bolts, but Eldritch Blasts.
I gotcha. Sledge, you're on deck, by the way.
I
Eldritch
am the
bolts.
dick.
Natural 1.
Okay, that's
Pretty
a
good.
miss.
I was going to say, is there a penalty thing I need to worry about, or do
Nah,
I
you're
need to
good.
reroll something? 27 and 26.
Actually, you know what? I was trying to think of what the penalty would be. I figured it out. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Uh, 14?
I'm going to say 14 is not enough to save. You take 7 points of damage as crumbling rock falls on you, throwing off your attack.
Hey, 7 points of damage it is.
But then, what was your third attack?
It was 27 and 26 were the
Okay,
two.
both
to
of
hit.
those hit.
And then 23 damage total force. And I am going to I'm going to bardically inspire Berthuni and just say, we need you alive. So just be safe over there.
I mean, I'll do the best I can.
Perfect. That's all we're asking.
All right.
And that is inspiration for her. So in case she's in a bind, she has a D10 in her back pocket.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right, Sledge, you are up.
Whoop, whoop. Alright, one little bitch ass Titan left. I'm gonna go forward. And I'm going to just hit it with my hammer.
Mm-hmm. Just for the record, there are 2 bitch-ass Titans left. One of which is not taking any attacks, but...
Yeah, but he's so dumb he's gonna see us and be
He's
like,
dumb.
shit,
Sure.
friend?
Uh-huh.
He's gonna be like, friend? 18.
18 will hit.
Okay. That's going to be 10 bludgeoning
Okay.
with 6 radiant.
Okay.
And then 16, and then 4 bludgeoning again. So there's 20 overall on that.
All right.
Then I'm going to activate my fire rune for 2d6 fire damage, which is a 2 and a 2. So that's 4 fire damage. I'm gonna need you to make a strength check.
All right. I'm gonna ask you the same question: purple or blue?
Purple. I like purple.
Purple. Cool. Strength check. It's a 15 total.
You fail, good sir. You fail. Good day. You are restrained. And you take 2d6 fire damage start of your turn, along with my radiant spirit guardian damage. Let's go. Stacks on stacks.
Stats on stats on stats.
And we are going to then you're restrained.
That just means I can't move, correct?
You can't move. You have disadvantage, I think, on a couple things for attacks for sure. Do we get advantage on attacks against you or no?
Let's see. Attacks against me have advantage. My attacks have disadvantage. My speed is 0. And I have disadvantage on dex saving throws.
Hell yeah. Bitch ass. And we are going to use a 3rd level spell slot for... actually, no, because it's the same exact thing. So, 2nd level spell slot for the second, for bonus action of Spiritual Weapon.
Yeah, why not?
And you see, you see Sledge do a spiritual katana that is otherworldly long, and it just as this spiritual weapon goes, and I get advantage on hitting, and that is a 18 natural. Yep, 18 is gonna be the highest, so cool. 18 plus 8 is 24. Nope, sorry, 26 because I'm stupid. So it's gonna be 1d8 plus 4. I believe that hits you. No, I'm sorry. What is that? Yes, 1d8 plus 4. So that is going to be 8 plus 4 equals 12 force damage as it spiritually slashes the Devourer.
Got it. Yeah, you
Thanks,
whip out this spiritual katana. I expect to see the GIF in the chat. Otherwise, you don't get credit for it. You slice into this Devourer, and it will now go to Berthuni's turn, who once again yells, "All right, what am I doing?" Well, don't let everybody shout at once.
Can you hear anything?
All right, I'll try my best.
Can she program the Titan to attack? With me in it?
She could do that, actually.
Do that instead.
Okay. So she's gonna run to the.
you put my weapon on his left side, please? By the way,
Will do.
Thank you.
Jimmy, if you could be so kind as to roll a roll 2 attacks for me.
Okay, cool.
Let's say that's your spiritual weapon, AJ.
First one's a 29.
29 hits.
Second one is a 27.
27 also hits. So what's the damage on both those attacks?
These are for the golem, correct?
These are for the golem.
Okay.
These are my fiery restraints, just so you know. Haha.
Love it.
First one is 16 damage.
Okay.
Second one is 17 damage.
Okay, so 33 total. Alright, I think we are pretty squarely in orange to red territory. As 3's looking on, not on death's door, but very close to it. A couple more attacks and 3 will be gone. And that means it's Bobby Joe's turn. Alright, Bobby Joe, you've watched as 2 Titans have fallen. You have one that is near death, that the party seems surrounding, and another that is just burst through. And you can tell just by the look of it, by the fact that it showed up late to the party, it is not the brightest of said Titans.
Heard. Okay. Well, I feel like my team members can handle number 3 since it's almost on death's door. So I am going to. What's my limit?
I believe your limit's 120. I think you're good to go.
Am I 120?
120 for distance. Movement, I believe, is 30 feet.
Heard. Okay. I'm gonna go like right there.
Yep. Sounds good.
And then I'm gonna fire at number 4.
Go for it. I believe that's 4 attacks that you get to give me, right?
Nat 20.
Okay. Per the rules of New Ammolia, that's a max on the dice roll for 1, and then go ahead and give me the dice roll, or it's dice plus max, so go ahead and roll for that attack.
10.
Okay, 10, and then what's the max you could have gotten on that dice?
What do you mean?
What hit dice are you rolling?
The one that it says to roll.
Okay, so that for you on a pistol is that a
1
D6?
D6 plus 6.
Gotcha, D6 plus 6, so you rolled a 4. Then you're going to add an additional 6, so 16 points of damage.
That's confusing for me. The math is not mathing.
I
don't
totally
know.
understand. So basically think of it as on a crit, you're going to roll the dice once, and then your second dice is automatically the highest of whatever that dice could be. So on a D6, it is automatically a 6.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Heard. Cool.
I'm a little buzzed, so it may not be coming through the most coherently.
That's okay, me too. So I'm also not receiving it very well.
Excellent. Both fuzzy.
Hey, no way, me too.
Okay, so 16 damage on the first shot with your pistol. You have 3 more shots coming in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep firing at number 4, man. You were late to the party, dude.
Uh-huh.
That one's a 26.
That'll hit.
Dude, Bobby Joe's crushing it.
Oh yeah.
Damage is 10.
I haven't seen her roll below a
Got it.
26 all night.
All right,
Yeah.
2 more attacks.
The fighters are still at higher levels the scariest class.
Bro, there's a 20. Dude, I think we're doing better with non-magical items than we did with magical items. So maybe we should just stick with what Auntie
What'd you
gave
say
us.
to hit, Bobby Joe?
28.
That'll hit for sure. Go ahead and roll me damage.
11.
Okay, and then last attack.
25.
Hits.
12 damage.
Okay. So that's another 12 plus 11 is 23. So you've done 49 points of damage to this Titan in a single turn as you fire 4 consecutive shots that all find their mark. Because of course they do. Bob Joe's a goddamn sharpshooter. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn? I believe you used your action and bonus action, so it's just movement at this point.
No, I'm gonna stay right where I'm at.
Staying right where you're at. You're locked in. You've got the pistols nestled exactly where they need to be to target this 4th Titan. Awesome. We are going to go to Desto and his mech suit now.
Okay. So, did it already attack? Is that's what I rolled for?
It attacked at the command and programming of Brathuni. That does not mean that you do not have actions available for the mech suit. That is a separate
So did it
thing.
move?
I guess she did program it to attack number 3, didn't she? Number 3?
You said number 3, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it moved 5, 10. Yeah, so we'll put you and the mech suit, like, here, and that's enough for you to attack.
Okay. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna attack number 3.
Okay.
Uh, 23 to hit,
Hits.
and a 19 to hit.
Also hits.
First one's 17 damage.
Okay.
Ooh, second one is 24 damage.
Okay. On your second attack, as you slam this creature once into the ground and then toss it to the side on the second, as it makes impact with the rock wall, it perishes. You have eliminated Titan number 3. You have 1 Titan remaining between you and freedom.
Wow.
Can I use... So I used my movement to get into Titan, the mech. Can I use my movement to get out?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna get out and hop on top of the lobster. And
Okay.
I'm gonna just yell to the party, like, let's go. Let's get in.
Run!
Okay. You're yelling for the party to get into the lobster. There's 1 Titan remaining who has taken some damage, but is still alive. That is your turn. It is now the final Titan's turn, as it is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and it is going to take its attacks on Bobby Joe.
I'm gonna die.
And kill me.
I'm gonna die.
That is a 12 to hit on its first attack,
Miss.
Yep.
and a 25 to hit on its second.
Wait,
that one.
wait. And I use a reaction for silvery barbs to make you roll that at disadvantage.
I think you can do that.
Let's
can't
go.
you? What is your silvery barb to the final devourer? What do you say to distract it?
Oh, give me a sec.
He was late to the party.
All right, you're seeing the Titan approach your friend. This giant jaw, this evil, grinning smile as it opens its mouth and takes a swipe down towards Bobby Joe.
And I just play like the loudest thing on the keytar that I can and just scream, "Hey!" Nothing fancy, nothing.
As your
just
keytar
loud noises.
reverberates through the cavern, the devourer is so distracted, it rolls a natural 1 and falls prone.
Oh, hell yeah. It doesn't like the noises.
Let's go.
I think on that, That is...
So the triggering creature must re-roll, use the lower roll, and then I can choose a different creature I can see within range, which I will make Bobby Joe here,
Sure.
that part creature. They have advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw they have.
Okay. So Bobby Joe, you
Lasts
got
for 1 minute.
advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, saving throw, if necessary. Buck, it is now your turn. You have one prone titan and a Kenku on top of a lobster yelling, "Let's go."
Never thought I'd hear that setup.
We do not have to go yet. Let's take this guy out.
Where there's 4, there's more.
Oh.
Wait, has there been a lobster here this whole time? That's fucked. As Buck is now realizing what Desto's standing on. Oh, he is just out of range, isn't he? Yes, he is. All right, so I will
You'll
just
have to move.
I have to scooch. I'm not even going very far. I'm just scooching up 5 feet and just excuse me, sorry. And we'll just kind of just jab at him twice. And because he is prone,
Yep.
I get those attacks at advantage. Yes.
You do indeed. I'm aware of what
Okay,
I said.
so not reckless. That is a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
How's he looking? Do I need to roll all my attacks first?
Oh yeah. He is in. I don't even think he's in the yellow yet. He has taken damage, but not in yellow.
21.
Hits.
21.
Hits.
And then this will be with the butt end of my glaive.
Okay.
22.
Hits. Everything hits.
So 12 slashing, 15, 27, 44
Okay.
slashing, 12 bludgeoning. So 56 points of damage total.
Gotcha. Thank you for the total. That is... Got it. It is now firmly within yellow, but is still not in orange.
Hold on. I will scooch. I don't think that did it. So, nope. That made it worse. So I'm just scooching. Yep. Cool beans.
All right.
That's my turn.
Excellent. Seymour, it is now your turn. You got a Devourer that is in the orange, or the yellow range, excuse me. What are you going to do?
I'm going to do what I've been doing. 3 shots at Eldritch Blast coming that way.
All right.
Pew, pew, pew.
22 to hit, 23 to hit, and a 15 to hit.
The 15 will miss. The other 2 hit.
Okay. And a total of 18 damage coming inbound from me.
18 damage. Heard. That's good.
Is there advantage with prone?
Not on range. So
No.
Actually, that'd be
It would be
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Oh shit! I
Way
should
to go,
Thank you,
Jimmy!
not help mine out.
Uh,
Sorry.
So I've already rolled all of them, so I'm just going to roll another set in order.
I'll tell you what,
Sorry,
Taz.
Taz.
You got a second. You know that this Titan is prone in front of you. Would you like to take an alternate course of action here? I believe you've got the distance in order to, like, melee if you would like to. Yeah, I'll give you melee if you want it.
I would not like melee.
Okay.
I would still prefer to keep distance.
Okay. Let's just wipe the rolls off the board.
terrified.
Roll disadvantage fresh.
Okay. I was saying I'm still terrified of whatever that scream and energy bomb it was around it. That I'm like, I'm not walking into that.
Sure.
So if we're starting fresh, then it's gonna be that is a 13.
Misses.
That is a 16.
Just hits.
Oh, that's awesome. And that is a 12.
Misses. So you get 1 hit off.
Yeah. So, and that is a total of 8 force damage.
Okay.
And I will is Sledge. Yeah, he's within 60 feet of me easily. I will bardically inspire Sledge, and I just say, "Come on, just fucking kill this thing already!
What do you say? I didn't hear it.
Come on, just fucking kill this thing already!"
Sledge, it is your turn. You've got a Titan that is in the yellow zone.
Alright. I'm going to move
Yep.
my spiritual hammer. Blah, 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 blah. And he is going to. He's on the ground.
Yep.
I'm going to smash him with the hammer.
You get advantage on that attack.
It is a 19 and a 12, or 19 and 17 naturally, so plus 8. So it's going to hit. It is a 6 plus 4, 10 force damage. Hasha!
Okay.
And then I am going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to jump over the dead body.
Come on, you got it.
And then I am going to
Go all
smash him with. I'm going to smash him with my hammer.
Uh-huh.
And that's going to get advantage. So that's a 19. And that's, yeah, we're going to stick with 19. So I believe that's going to hit.
19 will hit.
So that is going to be 12 10 physical damage.
Damage.
Yep. Well, bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
2 radiant, and then 1 1 I'm really big damage.
Okay.
To add to that. And I believe, and then I'm going to need him to make a save on the spiritual guardians that have now entered him, and I'm going to roll for that.
Well, I rolled
They
for that,
entered
right?
Well, you roll, but I gotta roll the damage still.
Okay, I gotcha. It's a wisdom saving throw. That is a 17.
You save, so you're gonna take 9, 11, 18, half to 9 radiant damage.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
That's my turn.
Once again, Berthuni has the option to do whatever you like. Mech attacks. All right. Jimmy, since you get the stats pulled up already, go ahead and 2 more attacks for me.
I'll do. 22.
As you feel the mech lurch. Or no, Desto's out of it, so you just see the mech lurch towards number 4. 22 will hit.
And the second one's going to miss. It's a
Okay.
14.
Yeah, 14 misses.
Big rolls. Big rolls. 28 damage.
Okay, hold on a second. That might be... that is just enough that I am going to say, Bobby Joe, go ahead and give me some attack rolls to finish this Devourer off.
I thought you were gonna attack me.
No.
Cool. I aim for this little asshole.
Uh-huh.
Big asshole. 26.
I do believe you're rolling with disadvantage, so I don't think it will matter, but you are rolling with disadvantage because it's prone.
Hey, dumb question, DM. If Bobby Joe got in the prone, would she then have flat attacks?
I don't
Because now you're level.
think that's how that works.
No, okay.
No,
still
but
a
it
26
should.
time.
And in this
Still a
essay,
26.
I
Still
will.
hits.
Yeah, everybody shush. It's still a 26. Go ahead and give me damage, Kayla.
Oh, I rolled it twice. My bad. Wait, yep. Wow.
12.
Yeah.
Kayla.
Let's
Bobby
go.
Joe. You fire the final shot as you walk up to this fallen Titan. Put your pistol directly on its forehead and blast through its incredibly small brain.
That's how much of a sharpshooter she is. She found it.
Also,
Okay.
can I throw a fit and just kick it and like throw hands for a second?
Crash
and then-
out.
Absolutely crash out. Bobby Joe freaks the fuck out, Office Space style, on this Titan as the rest of the party is able to scoop her up and pull her into this lobster. As Berthuni pulls levers, smashes buttons, you all watch a mad scientist at work as the floor slowly retracts underneath this lobster,
Let's
revealing
go.
the open air of the land below. For don't forget, New Spectria is a floating city over Shigalia. As this hatch opens, revealing the atmosphere of Shigalia, you all ever seen a lobster fly? And pulls a lever as the lobster then is unmoored from its chains and drops through this portal. Sledge, I feel like you were about to say something.
Oh, I'm just so I completely forgot we're floating in the sky. So like, I'm terrified. You're a liar. There, fucking Seymour. We are not underground. We're technically above ground. This is terrifying.
You existed in a state of both above and below ground, which is
Mhm.
physically confusing, and yet here we are because it's a fantasy world. As
Hell yeah.
you drop through the sky, let me see if I can cue this up.
Like Atlantis. Let's go.
No, that's not it. Hold on. What the fuck? There we go. You drop towards the land below. In the distance, you can see the
Hell yeah.
ocean. And as you do so, the claws of the lobster turn into wings as you glide downward, rocketing towards the ocean, and plummet beneath the surface of the waves, underwater, as the party within this lobster submarine, mechanical whatever the fuck, along with Sledge, Berthuni's aunt, flee
Princess.
from Shigalia.
Ah,
And the Princess Mayuri.
what is happening?
And the thing too, right?
Green
You are under the seas of New Ammolia. I'll be honest, I'll have to check the map on which sea exactly this is, the Tobey, the Andrew, Tom, whatever. But you, within this lobster, this Nautilus adventure under the seas, are journeying far away from Shigalia to find safety, to find a respite, to find a moment to catch your goddamn breath.
So Buck can finally take a nap.
Can we name the lobster
I'm gonna
Sebastian?
take a fucking nap as I rage nap.
And it is here where we are going to end the session. Is there anything the party would like to say before we call it to a close?
Can we name the lobster Sebastian?
Yes.
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 I want
Or
I
Larry.
want Seymour to like be playing this in the background as we're going out. Like this is him doing this rendition.
Yes. Yes. It's canon.
This is amazing.
And I'm also going to
fucking
say to
slap.
Bertuni, teach me how to fly this thing.
I'll do what I can. It's not really a flight, it's more of a swim sort of thing. Or
I don't
you
care.
didn't get to see it, but it
This is
could have
awesome.
crawled too.
It crawls too?
It does crawl.
So many options.
This is awesome.
Does anybody have a snack?
And I think with this, we will fade to black on the party.
Does
Excited
the
to see
lobster-
what the future may be.
Does the lobster have an oven for Auntie to make us pies?
Of course. Yes.
Oh, of course. That's
Pies will be
just
made.
snack pies. Let's go. I need a pie to calm the nerves.
This is the Tobey Ocean, by the way.
Tobey Ocean. Excellent. As you swim through the Tobey Ocean
Oh,
in this mechanical lobster built by Sledge's Aunt Bertuni, you will eventually find yourselves in a safe spot. You will find rest. You will find a moment to figure out what the fuck just went down and what it means to be enemy number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the Kingdom of Shugalia.